Wanya checking in once again. Topic of today's video is the main event of SummerSlam. As we all know, Brock Lesnar, the Universal Championship, is the flagship championship of Monday Night Raw. Not in my opinion, that's just WWE ideology. So of course, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins Universal Championship match is gonna be the main event come SummerSlam night. So in this match, the outcome can be of two ways. The first way we can see it being that Brock Lesnar retained the Universal Champion, a route which I wouldn't go with because you know me, I personally don't like Brock Lesnar. But since the WWE have, well, Vince McMahon and some of the fans have soured on Seth Rollins, people are not big fans of Seth Rollins, and I feel as though Vince McMahon has blamed the low ratings on Seth Rollins, and plus they the ones writing the storyline. So whenever it's all said and done, it's Vince McMahon's fault, reason why we ain't that big of fans of Seth Rollins anymore. And that's really the driving force behind Brock Lesnar cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on Seth Rollins at Extreme Rules, because initially he was supposed to hold the contract for much longer and cash in on a later date, but due to Vince McMahon last minute booking, he called Brock up and said, "We need you to take the bet off that fool," and Rollins was the wrong man at the right time, and Brock Lesnar cashed it in. So at SummerSlam, we could very well see Brock Lesnar retain the Universal Champion. I'm not down with that. When it comes to Brock Lesnar retaining the Universal Champion, I would give it a 90 to 10 chance, because me personally, I didn't see Seth Rollins defeating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I still don't see how they managed to pull that off, and it's a strong chance that Brock Lesnar retain the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. The second outcome I can see in that Universal Championship match is we can see Seth Rollins regain the Universal Championship, thus for legitimizing and really putting it in black and white that he is the Beast Slayer. Ever since WrestleMania, they've been giving him these little catchphrase names. When he kicked Triple H ass at whatever WrestleMania that was, he defeated that boy with his own move, the pedigree. He was the King Slayer. Since he done beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the Universal Champion, all of a sudden he's the Beast Slayer. He's the Becky Lynch Slayer. He got all these little Slayer names, but if he don't regain the Universal Champion at SummerSlam, he won't be no kind of Slayer. Like, they can completely take that off, and I know Michael Cole ain't finna sit on the side of the commentary table when Seth Rollins come out and not be able to say the Beast Slayer, because if he don't regain that belt, he's no longer the Beast Slayer. And I honestly don't see him defeating Brock Lesnar again, because at WrestleMania, he had to low blow him heel tactics, and he was supposed to be a quote-unquote babyface, and that don't look good on Seth Rollins' character, especially he's defeating people clean. But when you run up against Brock Lesnar, you gotta resort to heel tactics. They don't look good on his character. But overall, in this whole storyline between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins for the Universal Champion, it all boils down to whatever Vince McMahon got envisioned for the character. I honestly don't think Paul Heyman is playing no big part, but if he is, hell, they can explain why Brock Lesnar is once again the Universal Champion in his third fucking reign. And I'm not a fan of that shit whatsoever. At Extreme Rules, I wanted Baron Corbin to defeat Seth Rollins. Overall, Seth Rollins lose Universal Champion. He lost the belt, but he didn't lose it to I wanted him to lose it to, which was Brock Lesnar. Absolutely hated that decision, and hey, you get what you asked for, and unfortunately, I wish I could reverse it. But this whole Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch storyline, a lot of fans were souring on him too, which Vince McMahon also threw that and tried to say that was part of the ratings, the reason why it was going down. But when it all boils down to it, Vince McMahon's the one that allowed it. So it's really his fault and the creator's fault, because Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, and many of the other wrestlers, they are only going out there doing what people are telling them to do. So when it all boils down to it, it's Vince McMahon's fault the ratings are low, and it's Vince McMahon's fault some fans don't like Seth Rollins. And it's Vince McMahon's fault that I don't like Brock Lesnar. So, at SummerSlam, it's a 90% chance that Brock Lesnar retain his Universal Champion, and it's a 10% chance that Seth Rollins regain the Universal Champion. Me, I done got let down by Brock Lesnar on many occasions, so I'm just gonna have to go with Brock Lesnar because I don't want to get my feelings hurt again by Brock Lesnar. So, yeah, Brock Lesnar is definitely going to retain the Universal Champion, and that's not a prediction. Hey, history have shown that when Brock Lesnar show up on the scene, hell, get out of Dodge. That's strictly a spoiler. So, with that being the end of today's video on the Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar SummerSlam main event for the Raw Universal Champion, make sure you smash the like button, super kick the subscribe button, comment down below, make sure you hit that bell notification so you can get all my uploads. The way YouTube is set up now, if you don't got the notification turned on, you won't get none of my videos. I'm posting videos every single day, and I know you don't want to miss it. And until next time, I'm your host as always, Wanye.